welcome back. It's Rob from www.rhythmicvocabularies.com. Today I just want to do a real quick lesson on one of my favorite linear patterns. And this pattern I find incredibly useful for all styles of music. This pattern kind of changed the way I looked at drumming many years ago when it was taught to me by Rick Gratton. So basically it is a Gary Chaffee 5C sticking with a bass drum on the end to round out a sextuplet. So our sticking is right, left, left bass drum. So a 6-note pattern that we can use against 16th notes. We can use it as sextuplets. We can use it as triplets. Of course, it'll be, it'll go across the bar line in 16th notes. It'll be 2 notes or 2 beats of triplets or 1 sextuplet. We can use it for fills. We can use it in jazz time. I find this to be the most versatile linear phrase that I know, so I want to share it with you today. It also, you can make it sound very gospel choppy as well. Really cool. So our basic pattern is this. So right, left, bass drum. Now this lends itself really well to moving around the drum kit. All we have to do is move our right hands around and we start to get some interesting phrases. So I'm going to show you what that sounds like. Take it slow, make sure all the notes are even, and then you can start to move this around. And then, of course, we can move our left hand, we can move the left hand doubles, we can break the left hand doubles. The other thing that we can do is instead of playing a bass drum note, we can play a hi-hat note. So that would be like this. Right? So just lots of options there. Now, I'm just going to play some jazz time and use this as triplets before I get into the heavy stuff. I think this pattern's great because, number one, it's easy to move around the kit. Number two, it really flows very well in whatever rate we're playing it in. But there's also some built-in dynamics because of those right hands. We can pull out some accents, and then the bass drum just rounds out the low end at the end of the phrase. Now, like I mentioned, we can play this across 16th notes. If you play it as 16th notes, two different things you can do. You can either do 3 beats of 16th notes, which would be 2 of these 6 notes groupings, and then round it out with a sextuplet at the end. Or the other thing that you can do is just put a 4-note linear phrase, which I have in a lot of my other videos, where it's just right, left bass drum to round out the phrase. So I'm going to play both of those on the snare drum. I'm also going to put a link to a blog post that has all the notation for this as well. So first, with the 4-note linear at the end. And then the sextuplet at the end. So a lot of phrasing options there. Now, as a sextuplet, we can use it to groove. I use this to kind of spice up my funk grooves, or we could use it as a fill. So basically, I'm just going to put my right hand on the hi-hat, and bring it down on 2 and 4, and leave all the left-handed notes ghosted. So here's some funk time. And then we can just move this around the kit. So I'm just going to play around with it so you can see what it looks like. Alright guys, that's it for today. Check out the blog post for the notation. Hopefully this gives you some ideas on how to move this stuff around the kit and just play a really cool phrase. It's a lot of fun to play and sounds great. Talk to you soon.